So I'm out here today working on my 1952 Dodge Coronet. I'm going to be reupholstering the front seat. I upholstered it about 7 years ago, and I used really cheap material because it was the first upholstery job I'd ever tried to do, and you can see it's just coming apart. And I wish now that I'd used better material, because I probably wouldn't be reupholstering it. I'm pretty happy with it, other than how the material just doesn't hold up. But in the rear, I used a different material, and it's a little better. And I liked it better than the stuff I found first. So I'm going to make the front seat match this rear here, and hopefully I can do just as well. I'm going to take the seat apart. I've already got the hardware disconnected here, and I've got the seat heaters disconnected in the back, and it's just sitting here ready to go. And I'm going to make a space for it and take the seat apart, basically, and just make a pattern using what I'd done before. And again, sew it on the old Singer. I think it's a Singer model 150, about 100 years old maybe, but it still worked great. And I'm hoping to find some more of this carpet here. This is cane Escalade, and I really like the tiger stripe of it. I've got it in the door panels, and it kind of looks like wood to me, but it also quiets the car down. I just ran out of it. I don't have enough to do all of it, but I'm hoping to get some more. It's kind of pricey, and you have to buy pay a cut fee to get it. But I do like the look of it with the black interior. And so I'm going to get started now on the seat. So next I'm going to take off the cover from the bottom of the seat. And to do that, I need to get the rail off first, these mounting rails. So now I can go over there and push that lever, or I can just manually flip this and move it out of the way. It's connected with this wire for the seat. You can slide the seat back and forth. Got that off of there. And then there's this wire just connects with that piece of plastic there. So I'll set this aside and come over to the other side there. Same thing here. I can just manually move this lever. This one's got a spring on it. And so the wire just disconnected there. I'll put that back later. And so here's the switch panel for the seat heaters. Now there's just these clips all around the edge that hold this seat in place. And I could just go through here and pop these out, hopefully. Finally got it. Wow. So you can see all the wiring for the heater, seat heaters. There's the relays. And there's the actual seat heater pads. Again, this is, I set this side apart. This is not anything we'll be dealing with. Mostly just making these covers here. The covers appear to be, so there's 1 piece, 2, 3. It's just 4 pieces. So what I'm going to do is cut the seams and take the pieces apart and make a pattern. I'm going to start by taking the cover off of the top part of the seat here. So you can see with the seat cover inside out, you can see these V notches that are cut. That's how you align the one piece to the other, is with these V notches. And so what I decided to do before ripping open the seam, I'm going to make my own V notches. And let's see if I can do this. Just these. And I'm going to mark mine, so I know these are the ones. These are the ones I'm making to use as a reference. So I've got a razor now. I'm going to go ahead and see how hard this is going to be. So now I'm going to repeat the process on the top of the seat. And so the first thing I need to do is pull it inside out. So you may notice my table's grown a little wider. It has to be wide enough to be able to lay out all the material flat and not hang off the edge. And so I had to add another piece of plywood here. I've got 3 sheets running under here to give me about 65 inches wide. And the material I'm using is about 55 inches wide. And so I'm just laying it all out here to make sure I've got enough before I start cutting it out. And I actually have I've got 2 more pieces here to cut, and I've got about maybe 2 feet left hanging off the table. There's plenty for these 2 other pieces that I have. So I've got enough material. That's a good thing. Not much extra, but just enough. So that way I know, like, I can avoid this crease here. I don't have to worry about that. Trying to use it, I can get right to it, but I'll have plenty of material left over. And so I'm going to just start tracing it out and cutting these out. And when I get the pieces cut, then I'm going to glue them to this fabric back foam here. I've got 2 thicknesses for the back. I'm going to use the green. For the bottom, I want a little thicker. I'm going to go with the pink, a little thicker. And so I'll get started on cutting all the patterns out, and then I'm going to use some adhesive to glue that together. So this one here, when I cut it, I didn't notice how it's folded over and sewn, so I have to allow for some extra material. So I cut this one wrong, I'm gonna have to redo it. I noticed it when I was cutting the B, but I didn't notice it when I was doing this one. So this is the part that needs to be folded over. So I have to allow for some extra in there. And then over here as well. Fold it over because it's an exposed edge. There we go, have all the pieces cut. And the next thing to do is put the foam on. This is my leftover material here. I'm a little, in case I make a mistake or something, not enough. Make a big mistake. So here's the car with the front seat removed. You can see what a mess that seat was making. All that's coming off of the seat there. And this is my wiring for the seat heaters coming up through the floor. And I'm just gonna leave these rails on here. It makes it pretty easy to drop the seat back down.